Hello, everybody, and welcome to the brand new season of In the Loop. I'm your host, Renee Merrifield. We have such an honorable guest here with us for our second episode, Cody Diekhoff, aka Chicago Farmer.
How are you?
Hello.
So good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. You're such a legend. We're so honored to have you on the show. We're here on RTV6. We have Jason Aaron.pro back here. Thank you for everything you do, Jason. Hi.
How you doing? That's right. We're going to be on RTV6 as about a 5-minute segment. But if you're watching this as a live stream on March 10th, Friday, then we'll cut to break at some point and come back, and Cody's going to sing a song for us. So it'll be maybe a 20, 30-minute kind of fun live stream. So.
Yes. So stick with us if you have some questions and comments, but we're so honored to have you. You're a legend, dude. I just saw your documentary. I mean, you're just a legendary musician touring. You have 6 albums, which I really admire, coming from someone that has like 500 songs sitting in a vault. I'm so proud of you. I mean, I just met you, but
thank you so much.
The way you
I appreciate it.
I want to get these nails off so I can start finger picking again. I miss my guitar. You saw my guitar wall downstairs.
You have a nice collection. Yes.
Thank you. And I see you have a Martin guitar. Yes.
I do.
Is that the one you always play?
It is. Yeah. That one's from the year 2000.
That was a good year.
It was a good year.
Good old millennium.
I've been hitting on that same guitar for a long time.
I love it.
It's my sidekick.
You know, when you find your guitar, you just stick with it.
Absolutely.
I love it. And we have Kyle here. So we are a part of this big Sustain Our Music Festival, right? And this is going to be so exciting. So I'm sure you're
Cody will be performing at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to be performing, and it looks like a great lineup, especially with you on it. And what is it, May 12th and 13th, right, Cody? Okay, or Kyle, sorry. Yes, so tell us a little bit about this. Are you excited about this, and what's going on with it? I'm
so excited. I met Kyle and his crew through the festival community here in Indiana that we've been a part of for so long. I hail from Central Illinois, but at 16, when I got my license, it seemed like I was heading east to come to Indiana to play shows in Indy and Bloomington and festivals around. And I met Kyle, and he's a dreamer just like me. He wants to put on a big music festival.
Kyle.
A good time for a good cause with some really exciting ideas, and I couldn't wait to jump on board.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you are we could talk about so many things. You're a folk legend. You've been playing your whole life, yeah?
I have. I started writing songs in a high school study hall. I came from a town of 1,700 people. So
right.
I think by the time I was a senior, I had
You're
like
just
5
doodling.
study halls.
I'd love to see those notebooks.
Yeah, I would just kind of scatter writing to pass time in my little town. And then I got a guitar and started putting the poetry into motion. And I was a folk singer, just traveling troubadour by myself, sometimes with my wife, sometimes with the dog, for 16 years. And then about 4 years ago, I started a band. And it's just a whole nother level and form of expression.
Right.
And so I've been doing the band for the last 4 years, and we'll be bringing the band to the Sustain Festival.
Awesome. So that's just, it's you, but it's just a fuller sound. So
yeah.
Yes, Chicago Farmer and the Fieldnotes.
That's right.
I love that. I love that.
There's the Fieldnotes on screen.
Hey, you guys look bombdiggity.com.
Yeah, I forgot my rock star hat at the venue at Duke's. We're playing Duke's twice this.
And you're playing tonight?
Weekend. Yeah, and so I left my cool hat at the Duke's.
You think it's safe and sound in the dressing room, hopefully?
I think it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, folks around here, rarely do you get someone. That's what I love about Indy. I think Indy is so special, as well as Chicago, which I know means a lot to you, in Illinois.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, even that live here, are like, but for some reason, I've just always been. I'm going to just keep myself rooted here, and then, travel with the music and stuff like you. So you're very inspiring to me, and I think it's cool to actually not just talk about it, not dream about it, but you actually went out and did it, my friend.
Yeah, and we travel around a lot, and I feel like Indy has a really cool local scene. And I think I started out at Square Cat Vinyl there in Fountain Square when it was much smaller, and now they've expanded it.
I was going to ask you if you've done the hi-fi.
So I kind of feel like, even though I live a couple hours away, I've kind of become an Indie local.
You're a little Broad Ripple baby.
I know the hot spots, the coffee shops, the music stores.
There you go.
So it's great.
Oh, that's so exciting. I just love it. I think it was like, what was it? It was like 2011 or something. I was an illegal bartender. I was probably like 17, 18 something. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, and it was just like dry lightning for hours. I had my first car, Old Faithful. It was a 93 Pontiac Sunbird or Sunfire. I never can remember which one it is. A little piece of Junko. Bought it for like $500. And I was just sitting on my convertible hood for like 5 hours, and the sky was, it was all warm, but it was dry lightning for hours. Ever since then, I'm like, this place is special, and
Yeah, very
I'm proud
cool.
to call it home. And I love the patriotism stuff you have for your town and your country and stuff. And it's really awesome to see. It's refreshing.
Yeah, I have my home base in Illinois, which is home, but I feel like I'm Midwestern through and through. So tomorrow we're going to Columbus, Ohio. Next week we're in St. Louis and Davenport, and I feel like I'm an Illinois boy, but I'm a Midwesterner, and I love
Right,
traveling
kind of
around the
same
Midwest.
vibes.
And
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of good vibes and a really good music and art scene in a lot of these towns that people don't know about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and so we're trying to spread awareness. And
ChicagoFarmer.com is that a good place to look at your tour dates? And
absolutely.
all right,
Yeah.
look at that. There's the hat.
And he's all up on the Spotify, and I mean, just everywhere. Y'all got to check out the documentary. It's called Chicago Farmer, made in 2012, right?
Yeah.
It's called Documentary of a Modern Folk Musician, and it was so good. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie, Cody. The very end, I cried. I literally cry about everything, but I like tear up. I don't know if it's like a puppy commercial. I'm not saying I'm comparing you to a puppy commercial, but it was just cute seeing like the slow-mo and just the hard work you've put into it. And the whole documentary really touched me because I am also a singer-songwriter, but I've struggled with just being able to, like, I love them all, but no one's ever, like, so there's all 500 songs sitting in a vault that I like. So, and I play piano and guitar, and I love your style of folk playing with your finger picking. As long as I get these acrylics off, I'm good with it. I mean, I know you must practice, or you've just been doing it forever?
Yeah,
so.
you've got me beat. I was taking piano lessons when I was 6 years old, and I wanted to get dirty and play baseball instead. Had no idea I was going to be a musician. I'm like, man, I wish I still played piano.
Oh man, I feel that I was such a tomboy until I was in high school, and then it was over, and I was just fabulous all of a sudden. But I mean, I wore like a hair flip. Yes, I wore a red backwards hat, and for like, I don't know, like a decade, if I wasn't in school, I was wearing that hat, and I had like matching baseball shorts and shirt, and I was, like every day of the week was a different color type stuff. I was a total tomboy, and yeah, I mean, it's just, it's crazy to see how like some musicians are different. I don't know, like for me, I was the same way. I could not just focus on music. My mom is a pianist, and I don't actually read music. I've been teaching voice lessons for the past decade, but when I get to a certain point, I'll be like, look, I'm gonna give you to someone else that can help you read and stuff if that's what you want. But it's just cool to see that you just kept going with it, man.
I feel like it's part inspiration. Part of it is a term called Midwest stubborn. Also,
yes,
I got that really good.
Me
but
too.
yeah, once I got the bug of creativity and music,
ain't it beautiful?
that's what I went after. It was kind of like a drug. I was just I couldn't get enough. I was
Yeah.
in my little town, and some of my friends were artists, and they would draw amazing pictures, and they would do all this cool stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is creativity. I didn't even know what this was in my town of 1,700 people.
It's like,
Once
whoa.
I saw it, I was like, I wanted more.
Mhm.
And even after 20 years, I'm still inspired to get more.
Absolutely.
More art, more music, more poetry.
Isn't getting older just the best? I don't know. Some people's like, nah.
Well, not
For
all
me,
of
it's
it.
like, dang it. I love it. Every decade you get older, it's like, especially as a musician, we're deep people. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going through a lot. I don't know. It's like we give our hearts and souls for this. And I just so appreciate your view of the way you've been touring. I mean, you do it for your heart, and you do it because you like it. And sometimes there's a few hundred, and sometimes, there's more, and sometimes there's like 70 or something. And I've felt that too. I felt that. And the fact that you're doing your original songs, and just the way your stage presence is, the way you're singing it from your heart, that's just, like you said, like, I could do this forever and be happy. Like, I felt like a wallflower before performing solo songs, at bars, and they're covers and stuff. So it's like knowing that I have these originals, and just to be able to express yourself with your original music, like, I'm super proud of you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to still be at it. And
Still making songs.
20 years went fast, but that's the best part, is having the new songs, having a song in the tank,
Yeah.
After 20 years, you don't want to sound like a broken record. So like my last tour I did solo, I had like 6 new songs to share with my audience, and that's like the best feeling when you have new material to
my gosh,
show,
yes.
just to show the audience and present and play. And so we've been playing a lot of the new songs too. I show them to the band, and then they knock them out of the park, and they play them and add a whole nother spice
just
to them.
a little element. So so your bandmates, they just look
All
like
right, hold on.
they're
You
dope.
know what else goes fast?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's right. So this is it for the RTV6 segment. ChicagoFarmer.com to keep track of Chicago Farmer and where Cody's playing with his band. And we're going to cut to commercial for the RTV6 broadcast, and then we'll be right back for you live streamers, where Cody's going to sing us a song. We'll keep chatting about the Sustain Festival and things like that. So
yes,
stick
thank
around.
you so much, Cody. Thank you.
All right, that's good.
Good
All right,
times.
keep going.
That's hard to squish it in 5 minutes.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
I
Because it's like
know.
you want to get the. It's
And that
all
was
important.
up like 5 minutes ago. So, but that's okay. That's
well,
okay.
you know, you'll find your little
I
edit.
know.
He's a genius.
I'll use the whole content of this thing. So yeah, if you're ready for a song now, we can do that, or you can keep talking a little bit.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
I have like Bob Dylan songs where it takes like 14 verses and 8 minutes to get a point
Seriously,
across.
Bob Dylan. That's
It's
what I
hard to-
love about you,
it's hard
Cody.
it's hard to fit it into 5 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And Bob Dylan's such an inspo. I have had such like blessings lately. And not to talk about myself, this is all about you, but I've just recently
stop
played
now?
with Kevin Cronin from REO and
wow, yeah.
Billy Gibbons and Ann Wilson from Heart and stuff. Just the Lord has just so blessed me. And it's just people like you that it's inspiring. And talking with Billy Gibbons a few days ago at this after party, I mean, I talked with him for like an hour and just picking his brain.
That's
And
cool.
just the whole Bob Dylan vibe is everything. Like, and I noticed that Mr. Prine is your inspiration.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
REO, they're like Illinois royalty.
Yeah.
REO
He said he had some
REO
friends
and
there.
Cheap Trick they're our Illinois.
And you know,
legends.
I've seen them live so many times. They tour together. They did
Yeah.
at least REO and Cheap Trick and Heart and Journey and what else it'd be.
Mhm.
But yeah,
But yeah,
good times.
for the kind of music, I guess, which I don't really know if there's a genre, but Prine's definitely the guy. He was my
Yeah.
big hero.
All the Best
songwriter.
is one of my fave songs.
Indeed.
I wish you love
Yeah.
and happiness.
I have a song that's a very similar melody to John Prine.
No,
Maybe
actually,
too
I
close.
mashed it up.
But I was like,
I
if
heard
you're-
that last night. But that's the beauty of it. You said that's your.
If you're gonna
Your idol,
steal,
like-
you might as well
You
steal
gotta-
from the best.
Yes, exactly. Yes, he's a doll baby, and we're just so happy to have you here.
You
I
want
can't wait
to
to hear
grab
ya.
that guitar, and we'll
Yeah.
while you're getting set
Yeah.
up. So I got
I'll give you the heads up. I'm gonna plug it in.
Yeah, it's already down. So go ahead and do what you got to do there. So as a reminder, there's ChicagoFarmer.com, and you can check out tour dates right there on that tab, and then scroll down. You can see all the places that they are.
You look
so they're playing
awesome
at
in
Duke's
that
Indy
photo.
tonight. Yeah, look how awesome
Yeah,
you look.
Duke Indy. So is that? I've been there. I know I have. Is that downtown or is that
No, it's kind of off the
or is it
beaten,
northwest?
kind of off the
Castleton, isn't it?
beaten path a little bit.
Yeah. And your
And,
show last night was good.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Cool.
We
We'll have to come to your show tonight. Is it sold out?
it is.
Oh,
It is.
poopsicles.
But, you know,
Sorry, live streamers.
we
Wow, we just dropped 500 viewers.
we have a special list for celebrities. So if you want to come by, we can probably work
Oh
it out.
snap!
Yeah.
Oh, I would feel bad.
We don't sell out. We don't sell out shows often, but when we do, I have like a fourth cousin that'll hit me up that I haven't seen in 10 years. Be like, I'm coming to the show.
Cody.
Funny how that works. All right, you ready for your volume here?
Yeah, this is kind of a song. You're talking about the hard work and keeping at it. This is kind of one that kind of sums it all up, I would say. But a few years ago, we walked into Duke's Indy for the first time, and there was one guy there, and his name was Dustin, and he was the owner of Duke's, and he was just working like crazy to get the place cleaned up, and it was his dream to start like a live music kind of honky tonk place. And he just brought in a bunch of bands that nobody had ever heard of and gave them a chance to do their thing. And we fell in love with him, and he just took so much pride in that place. And a couple years ago, he passed away,
Oh,
which
sorry.
was really heartbreaking. But his family and his friends and his crew kept Dukes alive.
Good.
So it's still going, and it's still bringing in bands like us that people have never heard of and giving them a stage.
Don't make me
and,
cry, Cody. I
and,
told you I'm crazy.
It's really cool. And
That's awesome. Keeping his memory alive
yeah, and that's what it's
through the bars.
it's all
Bars
about-
are powerful.
It's all about the connections, and folk music, I feel like, is the big connections. How I know Kyle is through music.
Mhm.
I tell people about Kyle and his festival. His festival tells people about us, and it just spreads the word around about music, and it keeps us able to survive in this crazy roller coaster industry of,
Seriously.
that we do. Of
We
life.
thank you for your service.
Thank All right.
Here we go.
You might know that a folk singer's 12 p.m. voice isn't as good as his 9 p.m. voice, but that's what this is all about. He could always be found in the backyard, the bases he'd round, until it grew too dark. When his time came, he didn't hesitate. They put him in the game, and he stepped up to the plate. He was thinking curveball, but he got instead 95 miles an hour right into his head. He hobbled down to first with a lump on his face, and on the very next pitch, he up and stole second base. With the greatest speed, he wasn't born, but he had the dirtiest uniform. With the greatest speed, he wasn't born, but he had the dirtiest uniform. Board was out of touch, kids were out of reach. She never gave up on her passion to teach. And even though the school's on the wrong side of the tracks, she crossed over and she came and gave back. We knew she could have left, but she stuck around to get everyone else's feet back on the ground. Then we would thrive and we'd achieve, 'cause she's the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. From the wealthiest town, she wasn't born, but she had the dirtiest uniform. From the wealthiest town, she wasn't born, but she had the dirtiest uniform. Both of them folks, they were heroes to me, and I grew up with hopes of something to be. I'd watch him play, listen to her teach, and I set out on my way to practice what they preached. So I heard my calling, and I found my thing. Now I spend my Friday mornings falling down trying to sing. But I get back up, just like they taught, and I keep on a-working with the tools that I've got. With the prettiest voice, I wasn't born, but I'll have the dirtiest uniform. With the prettiest voice, I wasn't born, but I'll have the dirtiest uniform. Names in the lights, get out of the van, keeping it in the loop and 2 nights at Duke's with the band. Putting in the miles, living the dream. It's all worthwhile the times you take one for the team. With the catchiest sound, we weren't born, but we've got the dirtiest uniforms. With the catchiest sound, we weren't born, but we've got the dirtiest uniforms. Oh, the catchiest songs we don't perform, but we've got the dirtiest uniforms. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm smiling. Oh, my smile.
Beautiful harmonies. Thank you.
Oh, you
She can't help
can you
it.
try acapella just that last bit?
That's what your voice sounds like when you drink too many Lone Stars on Thursday night at the
I feel
Duke's
you.
Honky Tonk.
It's like the more you sing, you think it's gonna get, and it's good. The voice is such a weird instrument. I think it was beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
So, I want to show you that little doodad I came up with.
Yeah, you want me
No.
to sing it?
Yeah. Will you sing with me?
With the catchiest sound, we weren't born, but we've got the dirtiest uniforms.
Hey.
I like it.
That was so this is about Dustin, huh?
Well, yeah, that's a tribute to him. It definitely that
It's so
song's kind of like
sweet.
about my whole career and where I come from, but definitely
It's got so much
part of folks
guts.
like that. And Kyle's the same way. He's doing this festival and bringing people in, like building a community, and it's a beautiful
Bringing
thing.
peeps together.
There he is
That's
in the
awesome.
shadows.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Hey, he said, "I'm not
You
gonna be on
know,
camera." I was like,
ain't
"Yeah, you
that
are."
true? It takes hard work and blood, sweat, and tears to get
It's not
something
gonna
like this
it's
going.
not gonna take 20 years to grow the Sustain Festival, though. It's gonna grow quick. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, it'll be like you says in your documentary, wildfire,
Yeah.
wildflower,
Yeah.
flower, fire. There it is. That's hard to say. You know, you were in your documentary. You were talking about the windmills, and that was when it first kind of, I guess, had popped up. All those windmills.
Renee loves the windmills in
love the
Lafayette, Indiana.
We used to drive just for fun when I was a little teenager, just to the 2-story McDonald's in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And we got in trouble one
She
time
loves
with
chicken nuggets.
I love chicken nuggets. Listen.
That's the moral of that story.
Listen, I live for chicken nuggets. Yeah, basically, it was a long time ago. Yeah, we almost got arrested, me and my girly friends. We really wanted to, like, touch the windmills or something. So we basically, like, broke in our little car, and we, like, parked and walked anyways.
You're admitting to a lot of
somebody was
crimes on the
chasing us.
stream. I don't know if you realize you're doing that or
It
not.
was
Statute of
like I was like
limitations are
Captain
over.
Jack Sparrow, like, where's the rum at? We're like running away, and they're like, get out of here. So juvenile delinquent stuff,
Yeah.
good times. But Chicago's great. So did Chicago just kind of like call you? It reminds me of that song, I'm going down. What's
Yeah.
that song? Did Chicago?
I was.
And are you like a big baseball fan too? I mean,
I am a huge baseball fan. Ron
How
Santo
did I
was
know?
kind of like the family favorite baseball player. Not the most talented or fast guy, but his uniform was always dirty because he was hustling harder
Working
than
hard.
everybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up in my small town of 1,700 people, after I played both bars and every garage in town, I decided let's go for this thing, and I moved to Chicago in like 2003, and that's when I became Chicago Farmer officially. So we're celebrating 20 years of doing that. But yeah, Chicago Farmer for a kid from 1,700 people to land on the corner of North Milwaukee and Damon in the middle of Wicker Park, where just everybody had an instrument, everybody was covered in paint, everybody was a poet, there was just this big kind of
That's
artistic
such-
music
that's a
scene
lot of
happening.
inspiration
and so yeah,
happening,
for a kid from 1,700 people, where everybody mostly kind of looks the same, to be in the middle of that was just like, whoa, it was
Like
amazing.
eye-opening.
Yeah, and there was just like open
Changed ya.
mics and poetry slams and music every night, and then go like knock on a door with a password.
Yeah.
They'd let you in, and there'd be some crazy
Ooh.
band playing that was just like.
I've always
It
wanted
was,
to do that.
It was just
with the
really.
password.
It was really. it was really. It was
password.
really cool. A really cool experience for a small town country boy.
Absolutely.
And just fell in love with it. It's a hard city. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't last. I live in Central Illinois now. I went from a small town to a big city to a medium-sized town. So I've kind of run the gauntlet of all the size towns you can in
Ain't the
Illinois
journey
or the
crazy
Midwest.
though? Just
It
kind
is.
of finding what's right for you
It
and
is.
stuff, and giving it your best. But
Yeah,
dang, it's
but we
rough out
were
there.
just back in Chicago last week to play our big tour kickoff, and it was like it all came full circle. The guy who did the documentary was there. One of the 7 musicians that I used to live with when I moved to Chicago
Yes.
was there. You know, it's just things like that.
Old
are
friends.
pretty wild, yeah. But to live in Chicago, you need like 6 roommates for sure.
through the research that we've
absolutely.
done, I've kind of gathered that you maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say you get tired of a place, but you get kind of your fill of maybe the city, and then you long for the country. When you're in the country, you kind of long for the energy of the
Absolutely.
city.
It's
Is that
totally
true? or-
Totally true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like sometimes during the pandemic, I would just go for a drive and like a dirt road, a back road. And I remember living in Chicago. It's like, man, I just want to go for a drive on a dirt road. And then I
Right.
get back to those dirt roads
With
in my
a
little
mask
small
on.
town where everybody knows you. I was like, let's get back to Chicago where nobody knows me. And
Yes.
so yeah, you do kind of long for one when you're at the other. You know, grass is always greener.
Well, it's
but,
cool that you're free spirited enough to be able to do that. Most people can't pull that off. So whether it be free spirit or just hard work, dedication, passion, and just your drive takes you where it's taking the wheel. And that's so ballsy, honestly. I love that.
Yeah, north of I-80 and south of I-80 in Illinois are 2 completely different worlds. But the people, you know, really, they're very similar.
That's
They're
like
the
Mars
same.
Hill here, where I kind of grew up. It's like one side Mars Hill is a little dangerous. The other side is very dangerous.
Well, we're like city and cornfield, so that's kind of where the name came up. Now I've actually experienced both, and it's a silly name for somebody who doesn't live in Chicago and doesn't farm, but after 20 years, it's
No,
kind of
I love it.
it's become who I am. It's
That's
kind of my
kind of
identity.
the cool
so.
thing about these, like your identity name and stuff like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like, you know, I love thinking about that. All the different bands and people and why they chose to call it. And so like sometimes you just pick a random name, but I
Yeah.
mean, but you love Chicago and your family was farmers, yes,
Yeah, both sets of grandparents were farmers,
and that just
so,
gives you some like,
You've got a
Yeah.
grandma that's like
Home
100
vibes.
and some years old, don't you?
He'll be 101 this month.
oh,
Grandma.
bless him.
Okay,
What's his
wow.
name?
His name's Lawrence.
I
Lawrence,
Shout out
love
to
that. What a
Lawrence.
cutie.
Lawrence and Velma.
Stop. I
Yeah.
love that. That's
Yeah.
adorbs.
She was a city girl from Peoria, Illinois, and he was a small town country boy from my hometown. He still lives in they live in the house that my grandpa grew up in.
Oh, really?
And how
Very
many
well.
songs have you written about them?
Several. Yeah, several.
Oh, that's amazing.
But they constantly inspire me.
Of course,
like
right?
people say, how do you keep inspired and coming up with material? And I'll just drive around my little small town and
You can
there's
find it anywhere.
there's a
if
well
you-
of information.
Mhm.
Just thinking about thinking about them, and they we've tried to get them to move to town several times, but they're like, nope, we're
Yeah.
staying right here in the farmhouse. We're living out
that
our
we've
days.
been here for 90 years.
Yeah.
The farmhouse that he grew up in, right?
Exactly.
Wow,
Yeah.
sweet
He retired
Lord.
from farming at age 85,
Oh wow, so
And
he's just a bad.
and he still mows the grass.
Well, that's
Still-
why he's still around. I mean, you keep yourself busy and
yeah.
Get that
once you stop
exercise.
moving, then.
He's got a long driveway, so he walks down the lane to get his mail.
I bet
and,
he's so cute.
he
You got to send us a picture
He
of
is.
Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah,
I'll be like, ah.
Speaking of like small towns, have you found yourself in smaller towns than your hometown of 1,700 people?
Yeah, actually, there's a town called Bishop Hill, Illinois, which isn't too far from Davenport, Iowa, and I think it's like 150, 200 people.
Wow.
And we get like 150 people that are at our shows.
The entire town.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of people from surrounding towns.
They're living
too, but
for it. Everyone in the
actually-
town.
Yeah, there actually are. We've had more people than the whole town. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome, my friend. I love it.
But
And you're
lot of
just
people
going.
like Kyle. There's this guy. His name's John. He lives in this town he lives the next town over, but there's this town of 150 people, and he's like, you know what? I want cool things to happen here. I want music and I want art, and they have this little place called the Creative Commons, and all the local artists from that town, the surrounding towns, display all their artwork there, and they have musicians come in there like 4 or 5 nights a week, and that's for my world. That's what it's all about. People taking chances.
Mhm.
People just saying, hey, my town's needs stuff. My town needs art and music and expression, and people provide that, and it's such a cool thing.
Yeah, and to be able
need
to
that in every
accept,
town.
Yeah, exactly. More people that are willing, that are artists. Not many of us are. It's like step
Mhm.
up, step out,
Yeah.
and the fact that you can just share it with the world. You know, I'm sure you've had some struggles along the way. Maybe not, but
Definitely.
for me, it's not like I'm scared to release it or anything. It's like, really, I love them. And I don't know if it's like singer syndrome or slight narcissism or what. Like, I just want to help people. And that's kind of what I feel like I was born for. And I feel like this music could. But, you know, it does hurt your feelings sometimes when people, you know, you can't please everyone. So I guess I'm not
yeah.
afraid of that. But also, it's like, I don't want to hear it. So the fact that you just said, look, this is what my music is, here it is. And, you know what I'm saying? This is it. And people
Yeah.
love that, and people come for you and follow you for that.
Yeah, there's, you know, like especially in the social media world, there's negativity. I get messages from time to time, you know,
You're
saying negative things, but what are you gonna do? Just press on.
Yeah, really,
let that get to
you
you.
can't let that bother you. I
I
mean,
think
anybody
we're
that's mean,
all our own biggest critics.
absolutely.
Like,
No one could be a harsher critic
I'm
than
harsher
ourselves.
of myself than some guy on the internet that sends me a message, for
Absolutely. That's
sure.
why I says you can't be harsher to me than I am to me.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. You're so inspirational.
Well, we're at half an hour. Do you got another song in the chamber? Are you saving yourself for tonight, or
If you guys want another song, I'll do
I mean, yeah,
Totally
we do.
up to you. You're just our little muse. But if you know, I know how it
Have you
is.
ever been a little muse?
Sure.
He's like, my wife
Sure.
is my muse. What's your wife's name?
Her name's Kimber.
Kimber. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
And your doggo's name?
Luna.
Ooh, how
Yeah.
long y'all been married?
We've been married for over 15 years.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
thank you very much.
I'm sure she's so proud of you and everything you've done.
She's
Your biggest fan.
she's amazing, and we travel together. She makes She makes jewelry out of guitar strings.
Stop.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really
I'm sure
amazing.
she has a Etsy or something. I'll
Yeah,
find
she'll
it.
have it at the merch table. It's called Twice Upon a String, twiceUponAstring.com. And
Does she have to like bend it with like pliers?
yeah, she
and
takes
stuff?
these guitar strings when I'm done with them, and
Right.
also she gets like other artists send her guitar strings in the mail,
That's so cool.
and she takes them. She adds
No.
gemstones and things to it. It's
Whoa.
really cool.
That's it right there?
Yeah, that's it up there,
Oh,
right
they're
there.
beautiful.
Yeah. So these are the guitar strings that people play, and then she adds things to
That's really
Oh, they're
cool.
spice them up.
stunning.
So instead of them going to a landfill, she makes them into art, and she'll be at the Sustain Festival along with a bunch of other cool artists that are doing cool things.
Oh, nice.
Well, we can't wait to meet
But,
Miss Kimber. Yes.
She's my sweetheart.
She's your muse.
She's
my
little,
hummingbird.
She's my little tree hugger, my little tree hugger hippie wife that I'm
little
madly
nature
in
gal.
love with.
Oh,
But yeah,
congrats.
so we kind of have a traveling folk music and art family.
Y'all living
thing.
the
Really cool.
life. I
It's
love
a pretty
it.
good life.
It's
yeah.
so great.
It
You're
is.
just inspirational.
So, what
Yeah.
percent gypsy would you consider yourself?
I'm full on 100% troubadour. But
Troubadour.
I'm a little more on the countryside, so we have a country hippie thing going on between the two of us. It works really nice.
A little mix.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. Good for you, babe. That's awesome.
This one is a new one I'll play for you. This one is kind of grandparent inspired. I have two sides of the family, unfortunately, and one side of the family is a lot closer than the other side of the family.
Also, unfortunately.
And I tried to figure out why, and I realized that this side of the family, my grandparents are gone, and this side of the family, they're still around. So the family that has the grandparents still around are a little closer than the ones who aren't. And so the grandparents were kind of the glue.
The patriarch, yeah, the top
Exactly.
of the pyramid.
And once this set of grandparents kind of passed on, we were together less. And so now
Yeah.
these grandparents are, 101 and 94, and I started thinking about that and my cousins and growing up and things like that. And this song came out. On a place the great river road, on an old guitar that was handed down, the chord she strums, the words she knows as the room fills up with the sound, and the rhythm of the verses start to flow. They're stronger with the echoes joining in. And the chorus of the great river road, she's surrounded by her next of kin. And the young people grow up so fast, and the old people move so slow, and forever never ever really lasts. She's waiting on the green light to go. And Harold takes his morning coffee black. He took Anna as his partner in crime. They get away on the great river road, only caught by the hands of time. And he tinkers with that song as it grows. A man and woman's work is never really done. They built a bridge on the great river road that connects the two sides to one. And the young people grow up so fast, and the old people move so slow, and forever never ever really lasts. He's waiting on the green light to go. It ebbs and it flows. It ebbs and it flows. echoes we reminisce on yesterday, and what held them all together through the years. We've reached the end of the great river road. Ina's guitar is drowning in tears, 'cause the young people grew up so fast. Now the old people, we move so slow, and forever never ever really lasts. We're all waiting on the green light to go. Yeah, the young people, we grew up so fast. Now the old people, we move so slow, and forever never ever really lasts. We're all waiting on the green light to go.
So good.
Oh my goodness. Dang. You
Chicago
are just
Farmer
Chicago Farmer.
in studio.
Thank you so much.
Cody Diekhoff. Oh my gosh. I said that right. Yes, Diekhoff.
Yeah,
Yes. Is that German?
It's very German.
That's what I
and
thought.
it's very
Diekhoff.
easy to misspell. That's
Mhm.
why I came up. Also, why I came up with a stage name.
I love it.
Putting Diekhoff on a poster can lead to some trouble. You know, it gets misspelled.
ChicagoFarmer.com is the website to follow Chicago Farmer tour
Yes.
dates. You got merch up there. You got
There's your hat. Is that
probably
the hat
probably
you
a
like?
link to your
the
wife's
hat,
stuff,
yeah.
right?
Oh no, you gotta
Yeah.
get it.
It's in a case at Duke's right now.
It'll be safe.
It's in a safe.
It's in a safe.
You're making some burly man very
It's
happy
got
right
4
now.
locks on it.
Oh, there you go. That's an important hat.
I bought that hat in Morgantown, Indiana.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
love hats. I have a hat thing. I've got a hat thing recently. I never did, and then now I do. I have a whole hat rack.
It's a good looking hat.
No, that song was stunning. Oh, it's so
Thank you.
deep, and just the fact, just the point of it all, man. That is some deep stuff.
When I play with the band, it's like a completely different song, which is really fun for me too. I can play it solo, just finger picking style, mellow.
God,
And I
it's
play
good.
with the band, and it rocks.
Oh,
So it's
my-
a lot of fun.
And it's it's y'all 4, right? Or is it a 5 piece?
It's a 4-piece.
Yes. And so we have our bass guitar.
We've got our bass player Charlie. He's kind of the heart and soul of the band. He energizes us.
Okay.
Then we got Jake on guitar, and he also plays steel guitar. And he plays
Ooh.
harmonica and high harmonies, and he beatboxes.
Who's who? Point him out there.
That's Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, that's
He's
Charlie.
so vibes. I love him.
And then this is another Cody. It was his birthday week. He plays drums and keyboards sometimes at the same time.
Oh.
And he sings and he plays mandolin and
So-
he plays xylophone.
Y'all are
we didn't
all
we didn't
multi-instrumental.
fit the xylophone in Barbara Streisand's van. This is Barbara Streisand's our van, and so we fit everything.
Barbra Streisand.
So in the
Barbra
band,
Streisand.
in the band, how are the two Codys distinguished? Do they call you Cody 1, Cody
Cody
2?
Squared.
I'm usually Cody Farmer and he's Cody Bones.
Okay, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Cody
Bones.
Cody Farmer.
Yeah.
Cody Farmer. Oh my gosh.
But
that's
the
great.
band started calling me boss like a couple months ago, which
Oh.
I feel pretty cool about, honestly.
You're like,
Well,
yeah,
20
I'm the
years, you
boss.
earned it.
I
You're
want
like,
them to
"He's
call
my
me
son."
CEO, but we haven't got that far. So they call me boss, which is really weird. I've never been a boss before.
Like
I
every
think you're
time
a
they
boss.
address you, they're like, Mr. President, CEO, founder, Cody, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah,
You may speak.
like, hey, boss. It's pretty
That's
cool. I've never
awesome.
been a boss before.
It seems like you guys are such a tight knit family, and then with your documentary and stuff, it's like the whole experience of your life and your music is like your passion, and it seems like just a great family bonding. You go on the road with your wife and your dog,
Yeah.
and
We
it's
actually
like
didn't see
art
them in the
festivals.
documentary. When did you connect with them?
We really started getting together in like 2019, I would say.
Oh, okay, 3 years
Yeah.
or 4.
Yeah, 2019, we really kind of formed as a band. Jake is like a one-man band solo guy, and he's
Look at his outfit. I love
he's
it.
always the best dressed dude by far. But he's anything from like Bob Marley to like Motorhead. And
Oh, my goodness.
these guys were in a jug band for a long time called Bones, Jugs, and Harmony.
Oh, I love
And,
it.
I was a solo guy, and then we just kind of all came together one
It
day
fell into
and
place.
started a band. And
I bet it gives you goosebumps to hear, to know that you do your stuff and you do it so amazing by yourself. But then just that element, it's like almost like
Yeah, it's
hard
really
at
cool.
first. It's like you kind of don't want to relinquish. For me, at least, it's like, oh God. But then
Mhm.
it changes this whole, just adds some different elements to it. Gives you little goosebumpies. Huh?
Yeah, it's good to switch it up, and like
Yeah.
everybody in the band has their own thing, which I think is really good. So we'll hit the road together for like 4 days, and I'm not going to say we get sick of each other, but you know, we hang out hard for 4 days, and then everybody goes and does the other thing for 3 days.
Then we meet back.
Then we hang out hard for 4 days. It's nice to have a little separation.
Isn't it
Just like when you're in the country, you want the city. When you're in the city, you want the country.
Exactly.
And that's just normal human emotion, and that's
Exactly.
why you're such a great writer. I love it.
So it's nice to have the solo thing and the band thing, and Jake's amazing one-man performer, and these guys are in like 6 different bands, and so. But when we come together, it's a
awesome.
special little thing that we have for sure.
I absolutely can't wait to see you guys. We were gonna. You have a new biggest fan.
Oh,
like,
thank you
seriously.
very
I know
much.
just your
I appreciate
style
it.
and everything. It's so inspirational. That's not a word.
Thank you.
Inspirationing. I'm so excited
take
for
it.
your gig tonight. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, like I said, Dukes has been great, and we're calling it a Sustained Festival pre-party. So
Boom.
Nice.
yeah, make sure you check out Sustained
12th
Festival.
and 13th. Yeah.
What's the website, Kyle? SustainedFestival.org.
.org. Okay,
Yeah.
love it.
Go
Love
check it
it.
out.
On
We're-
screen. There you go.
And I didn't even have any say with Kyle, but he booked like all of my favorite bands, so it really works out.
Oh.
I didn't know who he was booking, but a lot of the bands that are on there are some of my favorites that I've met over the years. A lot of great Midwestern bands.
And that's no
Great-
easy task.
great
Once you
variety.
make it to CEO, founder, and president, people start to cater to you.
Exactly. No, I had no. I just saw the lineup.
Kyle's like,
wow.
no, I am the
I was like, he's on it.
CEO, the owner.
I was like, he's on it. But no, some really
That's cool.
really great Midwestern bands.
I mean, that
And,
just take a lot. So big props to you to get that going. I mean, I know one guy tried to.
Before us. Yeah, a lot of people have done festival work before us in Indiana, First City, Hartford. There's a lot of people doing. We just jumped on the bandwagon. That's all we did.
Yeah, no, hey, don't sell yourself short. You putting this all together. This is gonna be fun. There's gonna be
Yeah.
beer. There's gonna be dancing. There's gonna be music.
Yeah.
There's gonna
Notice
be the
how
whole
she
art
mentions
thing.
beer first.
I don't like beer. I
Priorities.
don't like beer at all.
it's gonna have all that. Yeah.
And a bunch of art stuff too.
Yeah, a lot of great artists, and
And your wife's gonna be selling her
Yeah.
beautiful jewelry.
Guitar
Can't
string
wait.
jewelry, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So cool.
So exciting. And we just do want to give a quick thank you to Sunlight, Sun
Sun
King
King.
Brewery. But Sunlight's my favorite. I also like WeMac. I don't know. But they are our sponsor / partner.
They're-
Thank you so much.
They're a sponsor of In the Loop, more specifically.
Yes.
Beer Brewery is actually that's more of a
for you
sponsor
guys.
for the
and
Sustained
I love
Festival.
Beer,
so,
Brewery. Okay.
yeah, spelled BIER.
You know what I
Another
can't
German
say?
reference.
Plethora.
get out and sample all of them.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right. There's
and
enough beer to go around.
And you can sample them easy because we are giving away $50 gift cards every Thursday. So
Oh, wow.
it's super easy. Just go to intheloop.tv
Look at that, right there.
and you have to have your doodads entered by Thursday, 7 p.m. We still have got like 10 more we're giving away every Thursday. So
Got tons left.
the
8 left, I
same
think.
person won a few times, like nobody's jumping on the bandwagon. So basically, if you
And speaking of giveaways, we're going to be doing some festival giveaways and stuff like that. So stay tuned and keep an eye on InTheLoop.tv. Keep an eye on the In the Loop TV show on all the social media platforms. We're blowing those up: Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok
Yes.
and everything.
Yep, and we're so excited.
I had to hire a full-time employee right there to handle all the social media.
Creeping
'cause I
in the
just couldn't do it.
shadows.
I can't do all that and edit. So InTheLoop.tv, you can enter for your chance to win one of those gift cards. We do a drawing every Thursday at 7 o'clock via a live stream, just like this one you're watching now. Not at noon, but at 7 p.m. So we're doing those every week. So let's wrap this puppy up. Cody, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
Chicago
you all
Farmer,
so
thank
much.
you for coming.
We'll see y'all in French Lick in May.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much. We are so honored to have you, buddy, and just your inspiration. You're a light to this world. You inspired me so much, and I know you inspired so many people all these years you've been doing this. It's awesome. I'm so happy to know you.
Thank you. Let's harmonize again.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to create a song sometime. And
All right.
everybody, this is Chicago Farmer. We thank you so much. I will leave you with a quote that I really liked from one of your songs. There's diamond rings. Oh, hold on. There's diamond rings. They're on the fingers of all my friends. I'm here singing. It's time to wind me up again. Thank you, Chicago Farmer, for
Thank
being
you.
on In the Loop. We'll see you guys next time.